U.S. President Donald Trump has rolled back tariffs on more than 200 food products in the face of growing angst among American consumers about the high cost of groceries. The new exemptions were announced on Friday and include such staples as coffee, beef, bananas, and orange juice. They took effect retroactively at midnight on Thursday. The move marks a sharp reversal for Trump, who has long insisted that the sweeping import duties he imposed earlier this year are not fueling inflation. Trump was asked about the rollback aboard Air Force One on Friday evening.
President, you said that the tariffs do not increase prices for consumers, but now you're lowering tariffs.
I didn't say they don't. I say they may in some cases, but to a large extent they've been borne by the country. As an example, we have virtually no inflation.
Trump also said he would move forward with a $2,000 payment to lower and middle-income Americans that would be funded by tariff revenues.
Now we're going to do a dividend, and we're also going to be reducing debt.
Friday's list of exemptions includes products U.S. consumers routinely purchase to feed their families at home, many of which have seen double-digit year-over-year price increases. The White House said Trump decided certain food items could be exempted since they were not grown or processed in the United States. And after, quote, significant progress the president has made in securing more reciprocal terms for our bilateral trade relationships. Trump has focused squarely on the issue of affordability in recent weeks.
Our work to lower the cost of living,
while insisting that any higher costs were triggered by policies enacted by his predecessor Joe Biden and not his own tariff policies. Democrats have won a string of recent victories in state and local elections in Virginia, New Jersey, and New York City, where growing voter concerns about affordability, including high food prices, were a key topic.
New Directions Community Credit Union is now open in Titusville. They may be new to our community, but they've been serving our region since 1974, providing their members with affordable products and services. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, volunteers, attends school, regularly conducts business, or who owns a business in Venango, Forest, Warren, or Crawford counties. Visit their new location at 206 South Martin Street in Titusville to learn more about becoming a member. Best of luck to all the students and athletes this fall from New Directions Community Credit Union.
Looking for expert orthopedic care? Dr. Charlie Gates, a trusted name at Titusville Area Hospital, can help you regain mobility and a better quality of life. With years of experience and a passion for personalized care, Dr. Gates specializes in treating a wide range of orthopedic conditions. Whether it's joint pain, sports injuries, or orthopedic surgery, trust Dr. Charlie Gates at Titusville Area Hospital for your orthopedic care. Call 814-827-9770 today to schedule your appointment.
Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning provides residential and light commercial air conditioning services throughout the area. They understand the importance of your cooling system working properly. That is why you can trust in Vanderhoof to do the job right. Whether it's a non-working air conditioner, yearly maintenance, or a new install, you can be assured that we will solve your problem quickly and efficiently. Your home's air conditioning system is far more than just temperature. It's a complete comfort system that combines temperature, humidity, air quality, and above all, safety. Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning in Titusville. Titusville Market Square is home to over 100 unique vendors featuring antiques, collectibles, candles, coins, baked goods, dairy products, food items, comic books, toys, and so much more. You'll discover something new every time you walk through the door. Did we mention the selection of baked goods, breads, Clark's Donuts, and Amish pies? Titusville Market Square has you covered. Stop in to explore today. Titusville Market Square in downtown Titusville.
Our new home.
Somebody pinch me.
Somebody say pinch?
Pinch,
Ooh,
pinch.
pinch time.
We mean we just bought this.
Yeah, we just bought a new house. Why are there crabs?
Oh, don't call for pinches. Call for protection.
Hit it.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your State Farm agent is ready to help you choose the right coverage for your new house and your car.
All right, which way to the sea?
We're in Ohio.
So is that close or?
No.
You got a pool?
No.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm Ronnie Long.
And I'm Lisa Mellon.
The name Armstrong reflects more than just a company. It's a promise.
While others focus on the short term, we're building for a future that's limitless.
From the dawn of cable television to the rise of the digital age, we've delivered cutting-edge technology like our advanced fiber network that redefines what's possible.
Guided by our core values, We have proudly served and strengthened communities like yours for generations.
Fat Chad's is Titusville's premier dining destination. Come hungry and enjoy these menu favorites: T-bone steak, homemade meatloaf dinner, or soft shell crab tacos. Dive into fresh pasta entrees like shrimp and scallop pasta or our signature Asiago chicken. And don't miss our famous burgers and fish sandwiches, all served with fresh cut fries. Fridays mean prime rib specials. Enjoy wild game Saturdays. And on Sundays, it's our all-you-can-eat wing buffet. For good food and good times, it's Fat Chad's Brewing in Titusville.
Black Friday starts now here at Allegheny Toyota. I'm Bruce Sigworth, and as you can see, we have a great selection of RAV4s in stock right now. For the whole month of November, Toyota is offering 4.75 interest rate, all terms up to 72 months, all trim levels, all models. Stop by and see us, take a test drive, and take advantage of the Black Friday event here at Allegheny Toyota in Franklin.
Japan's economy shrank for the first time in 6 quarters over the 3 months through September. Figures out Monday showed GDP falling 1.8% as U.S. tariffs hit exports. Economists say the slowdown is milder than expected and likely temporary. They say the contraction also doesn't point to a recession, but may complicate any plans by the central bank to raise interest rates. The main hit came from exports, pressured by rising U.S. tariffs. Automakers saw shipments plunge after front-loading exports ahead of tariff hikes, though most absorbed the duties by cutting prices. Washington and Tokyo struck a September deal to apply a 15% tariff on nearly all imports from Japan, easing earlier rates of 27.5% on cars and 25% on other products. Capital spending, another key driver of private demand-led growth, rose 1% in the third quarter, far exceeding market estimates. However, private consumption, which makes up more than half of economic output, barely grew as high food costs dampened consumer spending. The Japanese government is compiling a stimulus package worth almost $110 billion to help households manage rising living costs.
U.S. stocks ended mixed on Friday, with the Dow dropping about 2/3%, the S&P 500 closing essentially flat, and the Nasdaq ticking up marginally. An early sell-off dragged all three major indexes down more than 1% before they paired some losses. Investors in recent days have worried the Federal Reserve may hold off on a December rate cut and that AI-related stocks have become too pricey. And while some say fears of a tech bubble are overblown, Grace Glockner, investment team member and director of national accounts at Scharf Investments, takes a more guarded view.
It's difficult to say if it's a tech bubble. For the investors, I think a lot of people are pointing to the fact that these companies are very profitable and they have strong balance sheets, right? So they use that as an argument of why it's different than the tech bubble that we saw in the late 90s that ultimately burst in early 2000. But for an equity investor, the majority of the value of those shares still relies on expected earnings growth in the future.
Among the tech stocks that held steady on Friday, Nvidia, which gained more than 1.5% as investors prepare for the AI chipmaker's quarterly results on Wednesday, arguably the most critical of third-quarter earnings season. Among other movers, Warner Brothers Discovery gained 4% after the entertainment company said it had amended CEO David Zaslav's employment agreement amid a strategic review of its business. And shares of Cidara Therapeutics more than doubled after Merck said it will acquire the company in an almost $9.2 billion deal.
All right, happy Monday. Let's take a look at that weather forecast for Northwest Pennsylvania, and we'll start with a weather advisory for Northwest Pennsylvania, and this is what we're looking at. Winter weather advisory remains in effect until 1 p.m. this afternoon. Lake effect snow, additional snow accumulations up to 4 inches. All right, so winter weather advisory in effect till 1 p.m. this afternoon. That's for Crawford and southern Erie counties. Mainly cloudy today, snow showers this morning, temperatures in the upper 30s. Partly cloudy skies tonight with lows in the upper 20s. Tuesday, cloudy, upper 30s. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, mid-40s. Thursday, cloudy, upper 40s. Friday, showers, upper 40s for a high. That is a look at your weather forecast here at 7:14. This is the Morning Drill. You're watching it on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel.
Sun's rising high, it's a brand new day. Turn on the tube, can't wait to see. You can aim it on the Morning Drill. There's smiles light up the screen for me.
All right, happy Monday. Glad to be here. Glad you're with us here on this start of a new week. And it is the 17th day of November. How about that? Thanksgiving is next week.
It's crazy.
Ooh. This was the site last night in Corey. This is storm chaser Logan Esrich out in Corey, Pennsylvania. This is what they were getting last night. So Titusville got hit really hard last week. Almost up to like 12 inches of snow last week?
Yeah.
This is Corey last night, so it's Corey's turn to get some snow.
I know. Spreading it around.
Yeah. And again, we have that winter weather advisory in effect till 1 p.m. This afternoon. So, yeah, happy Monday.
Yeehaw.
We, what day was it? When did we go to the store? Thursday? Friday? Friday.
Friday.
We had a turkey we picked up. We actually picked a turkey up, put it in the cart, stood there for about 10 minutes staring, and kind of realized, well, one, we don't have room in the fridge right now. We haven't cleaned anything out.
Freezer.
Or the freezer.
It needs to go in the freezer.
Well, so that's what I'm getting, I guess. It's not close enough to Thanksgiving where we can start thawing this thing.
So I was talking to somebody about it. It's your mom. And she's like, I don't understand why you don't plug in the freezer that's in the garage.
Yeah, we need to do that.
It really doesn't have to go anywhere special.
No.
It's not like anybody can get to it.
Right.
Just plug it in.
I know.
Okay.
Just haven't made it that far. We got to clean the garage out. That's part of the spring cleaning.
Not necessarily. I mean, just plug that in, and it's right there. We can get to it.
Well, it's going to interfere with the Christmas lights.
Oh, Lord.
We have a problem. The problem is our decorating causes fuses to go, like a lot of people, right?
Yes.
So I have things kind of mapped out. So I got upset. We put our trees up this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Cut them down and put them up.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's a whole other thing.
That's a whole other.
But we had to add lights to the 2 trees. We've been okay with the amount of lights we've had the last handful of years, however many years. Well, this year we had to add, and I'm nervous now because I'm not sure how that's going to throw off my balance of all the other lights. So, anyhow, plugging in a freezer isn't going to
help your situation.
No. And then on top of that, I bought some LED lights this year to replace this one outside tree.
Yep.
And they're C9s. So we have the old-fashioned C9s up.
Yes.
Which they burn hot
and they burn fast.
And they use a lot of electricity, right?
Yeah.
So I was so excited. You found these great lights and we bought them, and I got one out Saturday night just to see how they looked. Mm-hmm. And they're horrible.
Yeah.
So I think we're stuck with another year of. Well, it depends. I guess if we took them back later this week
and put them up this weekend. What's
and
this weekend going to be?
It's outside Christmas light.
Yeah.
I am determined. I'll tell you, I've seen so many people with their lights already not only up but on. So this year, everybody
game on.
Yeah,
Bundle
this year everybody has been, I think, really early. Even the non-early people are transitioning to an early Christmas.
We got this.
So, anyways, there's your update. There's your Christmas decorating update from us here this morning.
Good.
Yeah. I'm excited. We saw our kids for a few minutes over the weekend. We had all 3 of them together. It was very nice. You know, it's funny. You get all 3 together, and they're so weird.
They are. They have their own little, and they always did this when they were younger. They have their own little communication.
Yes.
Like
it's really funny to see.
Yeah.
Well,
and so you
it
feel
irritates me, but it's funny.
Like, what are you talking? You know, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah. No, they have certain looks. They have their own language.
They do, and they've always done that. Like always, since they were little, they had their own language.
But this weekend, they're done with school.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. We'll welcome one of them home. So we'll have 2 at the house, and then the other one will be popping in and out, I'm sure, over the next week. So I'm excited. I was talking to a high school kid yesterday who was very excited to get through this week and the start of next week and get a couple days off for vacation. So
there you go.
I'm not even going to get into next Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, and the people that are going to be out. Like, be safe.
Exactly.
Have fun, but be safe.
Yeah.
But it'll be nice to see some folks. And there's times where I'm like, boy, it'd be fun to kind of go out and just say hi to some people. And, well, we're getting things ready for Thanksgiving, and it just doesn't work out.
Yeah. If we didn't host, we'd have more time to do that stuff. But
Oh, got to see over the weekend a good friend of the program, Mr. Dan Beck.
Oh, yes.
Dan's a local guy who went on to do some pretty amazing things, including working with Michael Jackson, and Cyndi Lauper, and Aerosmith, and the list goes on and on. Although you talk to him, and he enjoys working with, the local bands and trying to get, those local bands to the big time. And he loves that, but he has this rich history. Anyways, he wrote a book. After next segment, I'll pull it out. But he was in town this weekend and ran into him and had a nice conversation. And grabbed his book and very excited to read it. So
good stuff.
Looking forward to it. So good to see Dan. And Dan's heading back to his home in Long Island today. And wish him the best. I said to him yesterday, I'm like, got the snow coming. He's like, yeah, it'll be all right. I mean, he lives in Long Island, so he's fine. But
It's not that bad.
You've got, we're going to do this here in, I don't know, 6 minutes or so, birthdays and what we're celebrating.
Yeah. I'm letting you announce the first birthday.
Oh, yeah. There's several in the family, right?
Yeah. There's 2. I mean, we used to have a dog whose birthday.
Yeah. It's kind of, we have, I don't know if other families are like this, but we have a lot of like grouped up family members that share birthdays either on the same day or right around the same day.
Yeah. It's funny.
There's only like a couple, I think, that, but even the 2 that aren't near anybody are near each other.
Yeah.
So it's, it seems like when a birthday hits, it's multiple people. But yeah, that's we'll do that here in a little bit. Next hour, our third hour.
Are busy.
Mr. Christopher Fiely from Drake Printing is going to be with us. He's got a big event happening tomorrow evening. Also, Mr. Joe Thompson, he's got a big event coming up on Thanksgiving of the Titusville Mill. They do their big Thanksgiving dinner, and it's really a cool thing. And the whole community is invited for a free Thanksgiving dinner. Isn't that incredible?
It's huge.
Yeah. So we'll talk to Joe about that. So, yeah, a lot of local things happening. Tomorrow, Joe Tech will be with us. Looking forward to catching up with Joe. And, boy, we got a lot of guests, great guests that we're going to try to squeeze in before Thanksgiving and then, of course, right after. You've got next week, obviously Thanksgiving, but then Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, which is so important, and then Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday. So
it's a lot going on.
Woo.
Man.
Well, let's get into this real quick. Yesterday in the NFL, Patriots beat the Jets 27-14. Dolphins over the Commanders in overtime 16-13. Jaguars over the Chargers 35-6. The Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Cincinnati Bengals 34-12. Aaron Rodgers with a wrist injury out after the end of the first half. Mason Rudolph coming in and looked pretty decent that second half. Packers over the Giants 27-20. Bears over the Vikings 19-17. Now, the Steelers defense scored 2 touchdowns, so, I mean,
oh, really?
That helps. See, Packers beat the Giants. Bears over the Vikings 19-17. A lot of close games yesterday. Texans beat the Titans 16-13. Bills and Buccaneers. Boy, that was a game. Bills pulling it out 44-32 as momentum really shifted their direction. Panthers over the Falcons 30-27. 49ers beat the Cardinals 41-22. Rams with the 21-19 win over the Seahawks in another close game. This one came right down to the wire. Broncos and Chiefs. It was tied up with the final remaining moments with Denver driving down and kicking a field goal to win it 22-19, the final there. Ravens over the Browns 23-16. I told you last night I was like the few times that I've actually just rooted for the Browns to win. Just want that space between the Steelers and the Ravens. But Ravens really turning it on the last month or so. Shedeur Sanders was horrendous. Horrible.
I don't even know.
So sorry, Cleveland.
Oh,
and then the Eagles beat the Lions last night in Sunday Night Football, 16-9, the final there. Tonight, the Cowboys will take on the Raiders in Las Vegas. 8:15 start. Cowboys are 3-5-1. Raiders are 2-7. It's so funny to hear the announcers talk about the slate of Thanksgiving games, and it's like you think, well, that's a ways away. No, it's next week. It's next week. So we'll have Sunday's games, Monday night, and a bunch of Thursday night games. Or Thursday Thanksgiving games. So, yeah.
It's crazy. Great.
Gonna be fun. Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Macy's celebrating their 99th year of the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. I do believe I saw that. So excitement there. And then you got the dog show afterwards. And
Yeah. I don't think I've ever watched that.
yeah.
I mean, it's,
Oh, that's prime kitchen time, getting things ready. I catch it just walking in and out of the living room, walking through the living room as I'm trying to vacuum or dust things or whatever I'm doing, or sampling food and running away from you so you don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually what I'm doing. All right, today's the 17th day of November. And who's celebrating a birthday today?
You first.
My mom is celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday, Mom.
Happy birthday. My nephew Channing is celebrating a birthday as well today.
He's out in
they're
California.
in California right now. Mm-hmm. And they share their birthday with director Martin Scorsese. Scorsese, sorry. I couldn't, it wouldn't be right if I pronounced something correctly. He's 83 today. Danny DeVito is 81. Producer Lorne Michaels is 81.
Wow.
I know. TV personality RuPaul is 65. Actress Sophie McCrew is 59. Actress Leslie Bibb is 52. And actress Rachel McAdams is 47 today.
All right. Happy birthday to all of them. Happy birthday to you. If today happens to be your birthday, from all of us here on this 17th day of November. We're going to turn the page, find out what we're celebrating here today.
All right. It is Anti-Bullying Week.
What's that supposed to mean?
International Students Day. National Baklava Day. National Hiking Day. National Homemade Bread Day. National Testosterone Awareness Day.
You're aware. You have 4...
I am fully aware. I have
4 boys in the house.
And a male dog.
Yeah.
All right. It is National Unfriend Day. Old Socks Day. World Prematurity Day. Zinfandel Day. American Education Week. Book Week of Scotland. Geography Awareness Week. National Education Week. National Hunger and Homelessness Week. Awareness Week. I'm sorry. And that is all.
And
it would have been Gordon Lightfoot's birthday.
You know what we didn't talk about last week?
No.
The anniversary of the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. 50 years.
So, there's something in our fridge. I don't know if he showed you. He was supposed to show you, but I don't know if he saw you. Your oldest son found a can of beer that it commemorates that. It's like, I don't know. They're not drinking it. They're not going to drink it, but they want it, but they wanted you to see it, so they left it in the fridge.
Oh, that's fine. I haven't seen it, no.
Yeah.
My favorite story around the Edmund Fitzgerald, there was a radio host that he was interviewing somebody from like the museum.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's an Edmund Fitzgerald museum, but there's something, right? So this radio host was interviewing him, but he was singing the questions to Gordon Lightfoot's wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. And he did the whole interview.
That's annoying.
The guy, I think, ended up hanging up, but it was hilarious.
Oh, that's funny.
7:30, we'll bring you the latest headlines here this morning. Happy Monday. Glad you're with us here this morning. This is the Morning Drill. You're watching it on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel here in Northwest Pennsylvania. Some snow. So just be mindful of that. And that, the winter weather advisory in effect till 1 p.m. this afternoon.
Japan's economy shrank for the first time in 6 quarters over the 3 months through September. Figures out Monday showed GDP falling 1.8% as U.S. tariffs hit exports. Economists say the slowdown is milder than expected and likely temporary. They say the contraction also doesn't point to a recession, but may complicate any plans by the central bank to raise interest rates. The main hit came from exports, pressured by rising U.S. tariffs. Automakers saw shipments plunge after front-loading exports ahead of tariff hikes, though most absorbed the duties by cutting prices. Washington and Tokyo struck a September deal to apply a 15% tariff on nearly all imports from Japan, easing earlier rates of 27.5% on cars and 25% on other products. Capital spending, another key driver of private demand-led growth, rose 1% in the third quarter, far exceeding market estimates. However, private consumption, which makes up more than half of economic output, barely grew as high food costs dampened consumer spending. The Japanese government is compiling a stimulus package worth almost $110 billion to help households manage rising living costs.
U.S. President Donald Trump has rolled back tariffs on more than 200 food products in the face of growing angst among American consumers about the high cost of groceries. The new exemptions were announced on Friday and include such staples as coffee, beef, bananas, and orange juice. They took effect retroactively at midnight on Thursday. The move marks a sharp reversal for Trump, who has long insisted that the sweeping import duties he imposed earlier this year are not fueling inflation. Trump was asked about the rollback aboard Air Force One on Friday evening.
President, you said that tariffs do not increase prices for consumers, but now you're lowering tariffs.
I didn't say they don't. I say they may in some cases, but to a large extent they've been borne by the country. As an example, we have virtually no inflation.
Trump also said he would move forward with a $2,000 payment to lower and middle-income Americans that would be funded by tariff revenues.
Now we're going to do a dividend, and we're also going to be reducing debt.
Friday's list of exemptions includes products U.S. consumers routinely purchase to feed their families at home, many of which have seen double-digit year-over-year price increases. The White House said Trump decided certain food items could be exempted since they were not grown or processed in the United States. And after, quote, significant progress the president has made in securing more reciprocal terms for our bilateral trade relationships. Trump has focused squarely on the issue of affordability in recent weeks.
Our work to lower the cost of living,
while insisting that any higher costs were triggered by policies enacted by his predecessor Joe Biden and not his own tariff policies. Democrats have won a string of recent victories in state and local elections in Virginia, New Jersey, and New York City, where growing voter concerns about affordability, including high food prices, were a key topic.
We're celebrating Black Friday deals all month long here at Trucktown. Hi, I'm Gary Myers. If you're ready to go over the river and through the woods, then try a Tundra with interest rates low as 0.99 on select models. Looking to gobble up a great deal on Tacoma? We got those too, with interest rates low as 2.99 on select models. The Black Friday deals have arrived here at Trucktown. We're Allegheny Toyota in Franklin.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Marsh Home Center Furniture, Appliances, and Bedding is located at 305 East Spring Street in Titusville. Marsh Home Center welcomes you in to explore their growing inventory of name brand furniture, appliances, and bedding. Need something not currently in stock? No problem. Order from Marsh's online catalog and have it delivered right to your door. Visit Marsh's to see their entire showroom. Ask questions, see what items are on sale, or just stop in and say hi. Marsh Home Center Furniture, Appliances, and Bedding, behind Giant Eagle in Titusville.
Whether you want to go and lead in your craft in the trades, whether you want to go and be that nurse or medical worker and have a real impact on lives, or whether you want to go and help that business improve its bottom line, this is the place. And now is your time to go with confidence, to go with skill, to go succeed. The Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville.
I needed a place I could feel cared for without the long drive. I chose Meadville OBGYN because both my sisters came here, highly recommended Dr. Kristen. Dr. Kristen makes me feel very comfortable, like I'm family, like we're friends, very personable. My daughter Evie was born breech, and it was Dr. Kristen and Dr. Barco, and they were incredible. It was a wonderful experience. I wouldn't ever want to go anywhere else.
Community Connect Federal Credit Union, serving Crawford, Venango, Forest, and Warren counties. Their mission is to provide quality, low-cost, and personal financial products for the growth and security of their members and families. Stop in, call, or visit our website, communityconnectfcu.com, and click Join to get started. Community Connect Federal Credit Union, 1050 East Spring Street in Titusville.
Vehicle shopping? Make sure you check out Titusville Ford first. Shop our amazing selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in stock. Visit us on Route 8 in Titusville and see why our customer service is a cut above the rest. Titusville Ford, your hometown dealer.
We're giving thanks all month long at Community Chevrolet. And what says thank you like over 10 grand off in all new Chevy? We serve the best community in all of Northwestern PA, so we're saying thanks while you're making bank. Pay 0% financing on a 2026 Trailblazer or Equinox. And over 10 grand off new rides like the Silverado, the truck all Americans are thankful for. Come see how we're giving thanks all month long at Community Chevrolet.
U.S. stocks ended mixed on Friday, with the Dow dropping about 0.2%, the S&P 500 closing essentially flat, and the Nasdaq ticking up marginally. An early sell-off dragged all three major indexes down more than 1% before they pared some losses. Investors in recent days have worried the Federal Reserve may hold off on a December rate cut and that AI-related stocks have become too pricey. And while some say fears of a tech bubble are overblown, Grace Glockner, investment team member and director of national accounts at Scharf Investments, takes a more guarded view.
It's difficult to say if it's a tech bubble. For the investors, I think a lot of people are pointing to the fact that these companies are very profitable and they have strong balance sheets, right? So they use that as an argument of why it's different than the tech bubble that we saw in the late 90s that ultimately burst in early 2000. But for an equity investor, the majority of the value of those shares still relies on expected earnings growth in the future.
Among the tech stocks that held steady on Friday, NVIDIA, which gained more than 1.5% as investors prepare for the AI chipmaker's quarterly results on Wednesday, arguably the most critical of third-quarter earnings season. Among other movers, Warner Brothers Discovery gained 4% after the entertainment company said it had amended CEO David Zaslav's employment agreement amid a strategic review of its business. And shares of Cidara Therapeutics more than doubled after Merck said it will acquire the company in an almost $9.2 billion deal.
The picture for the economy is nuanced right now. You've had AI investment and Meg 7, mega cap tech performance driving both the stock performance growth, but also the earnings growth of the S&P 500. Meanwhile, under the surface, the consumer is slowing. Low-income households are in a recession. So are millennials and Gen Z, by the way. The unemployment numbers there are in the high single digits in those cohorts. So we see a picture where AI and tech has propped up an economy that is slowing and is actually quite weak. What we look for is companies that are able to still perform well in those environments and have held up well in prior recessions that we've seen in 2008 or in 2000. And we're able to continue to grow earnings through that. We're able to find attractive valuations because the market has been so focused on AI. And so we're going to continue to look to opportunities in healthcare. Insurance is another sector I would call out where you can still get strong earnings growth, but you don't have to pay those high valuations. And I do think that what we're starting to see here in November, specifically since October 29th with this market sell-off, is we're starting to see a shift to those types of companies and those kinds of sectors. And so you would expect over time to see a mean reversion where you have high valuations in tech coming down and these underloved, undervalued sectors that could actually benefit from AI productivity gains quite extensively, particularly in healthcare, for example. Those sectors could become more loved. And I think that would be a trade that could cause a lot of pain on Wall Street because people are not positioned for it currently. Yeah, I think Doug McMillon stepping down this morning did come as a surprise. He, did voice about in 2023, so about 3 years ago, that he had at least 3 years left. And then we hadn't really heard anything, but people thought that he would stay on longer given how well the company is doing. And he's still relatively young. But John Furner is possibly the most logical successor to Doug McMillon as head of Walmart US, which is a post that Doug also held at one point. In fact, their stories are quite similar in general. Ultimately, we expect John would deploy a continuation of Doug's strategy. So we don't see a shift in strategy at Walmart. But ultimately, the consumer is slowing. We're seeing that in a lot of the data, and we can surmise that that will continue based on the labor statistics that are coming out. So Walmart is generally well positioned to take share in those environments. I think what's held them back year to date in terms of stock price performance is mostly just valuation driven.
The United States and Switzerland announced a framework trade agreement on Friday that includes Washington slashing its tariffs on imported Swiss products to 15% from 39%. The deal also includes a pledge by Swiss companies to invest $200 billion in the U.S. by the end of 2028. The agreement puts Switzerland on an equal footing with the European Union. Here's Swiss Economy Minister Guy Parmelin.
Dieses Abkommen ist eine große Erleichterung.
This agreement is a great relief for our economy. The additional U.S. tariffs have already caused considerable damage and affected almost 40% of our exports. The Memorandum of Understanding now stabilizes the conditions for access to the U.S. market.
Nun die Bedingungen für den Zugang zum US-Markt.
However, we cannot relax. This non-binding Memorandum of Understanding is to be transformed into a legally binding agreement in the coming months.
Rechtsverbindliches Abkommen umgewandelt werden.
U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer said the agreement tears down long-standing trade barriers and opens new markets for American goods. He welcomed, quote, massive Swiss investment to help reduce our deficit in pharmaceuticals and other key sectors that will generate thousands of jobs across the U.S. The deal will have a positive impact on Switzerland's labor force, too, says Vincent Subilia, Director General of the Geneva Chamber of Commerce, Industry and Services.
If you look at the US as the #1 powerhouse and our second export market, and if you look at certain sector of activities, machinery, watchmaking, jewelry, or the medtech sector, which are part of the clusters here in Switzerland, and you look at the job, we're talking hundreds of thousands of jobs eventually. It will help preserve jobs and tax revenues to the benefit of Switzerland.
The Swiss government said the lower tariff rate is likely to be activated within days or weeks, as soon as the U.S. customs processing systems can be adjusted. A White House statement said they aim to conclude negotiations to finalize the trade deal by the first quarter of next year.
Samsung says it will invest hundreds of billions of dollars at home and expand its chip-making capacity amid the global boom in artificial intelligence. Samsung and Hyundai were among major South Korean companies to announce domestic investment plans on Sunday after a U.S. trade deal with South Korea sparked worries that it may weaken local manufacturing. The deal, finalized on Friday, includes a pledge by the country to invest $350 billion in U.S. strategic sectors. In a meeting with business leaders on Sunday, South Korea's President Lee Jae-myung said he was concerned that pledge may lead to domestic investment shrinking. He asked the companies to consider putting more money into their home country and suggested they consult with the government to make effective use of the $350 billion U.S. investment package. As part of Samsung's plan to invest some $310 billion at home over the next 5 years, its electronics arm said it will add a chip production line at its complex in Pyeongtaek. The P5 plant production line has been delayed since late 2023 amid slowing demand for chips for smartphones and PCs and oversupply, according to public company filings. But a global rush for AI chips has tightened supply, with semiconductor prices now surging. Samsung Electronics this month raised prices of certain memory chips by as much as 60% compared to September, sources told Reuters. Samsung said mass production at the plant, part of the world's biggest chip complex, will begin in 2028.
Alphabet shares rose 5.5% in pre-market trading on Monday. Investors jumped in after investing giant Berkshire Hathaway disclosed a stake in the tech firm. It marked what could be one of the final major moves by the group under Warren Buffett's leadership. A filing on Friday showed Berkshire owned 17.85 million shares in Google's parent as of September 30th. Reuters calculations showed the stake could be worth about $4.93 billion as of the stock's close. Berkshire's move comes as concerns grow over big tech's heavy artificial intelligence spending and whether AI valuations are too high. Buffett is due to end his 60-year run as CEO of Berkshire at the end of the year. It was unclear who made the specific purchase at Berkshire, though Buffett usually oversees the larger investments. Berkshire has traditionally avoided tech stocks. While Apple is the group's largest stock holding, Buffett argues it's a consumer products company rather than a technology bet.
Walmart is gearing up for a major shakeup at the helm of the retail giant. Longtime CEO Doug McMillon says he'll retire next year, stepping down after more than a decade leading the company. McMillon oversaw the world's largest retailer's transformation into a tech-driven powerhouse. He also helped triple Walmart's market value to more than $800 billion, leaning hard into e-commerce and new technologies. Walmart shares fell in early trading, as some investors worried the move came a bit earlier than expected. The company also announced his successor, John Furner, who is the current head of Walmart U.S. Furner is a company veteran with 3 decades inside the business. He started as an hourly associate at Walmart in 1993, much like McMillon did back in 1984. Walmart says the shift is part of a long-planned transition, and McMillon will continue as an advisor through January 31st, 2027. The leadership change comes as the broader retail sector faces tariff pressures, an uneven economy, and choppy consumer spending, with several major chains like Target and Kohl's naming new CEOs this year. Walmart is set to report quarterly results next week.
Well, a winter weather advisory for northwest Pennsylvania and actually for southern Erie County and Crawford County. That's going to expire at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Scattered snow showers this morning, partly to mostly cloudy skies this afternoon, and a high today in the upper 30s. Partly cloudy skies tonight with lows in the upper 20s. Tuesday cloudy, upper 30s. Wednesday mostly cloudy, mid to upper 40s. Thursday cloudy, upper 40s. Friday showers with temperatures in the upper 40s. That is a look at your weather forecast at 7:53. This is the morning drill. You're watching it on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Happy Monday.
Woke up to the sun like a golden alarm. Pillow creased my cheeks, still warm in its charm. Stumbled to the couch, remote in my hand. The morning drill's on, it's the perfect plan.
All right, Monday morning, starting a brand new week, 17th day of November, and Thanksgiving is coming up next week, and I'm looking forward to that. I am ready for, I'm going to say a slice of pumpkin pie. It's really going to be the whole pie.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you a heads up on that.
I know.
So I'm ready to go. The turkey, I can smell it now. Oh, the mashed potato. How about you? What are you looking forward to? You don't like turkey.
I don't.
But I like pie.
Sure.
We also do a ham because...
Yeah, we do. Actually, so it's funny because I talked to my dad yesterday about it, and that he doesn't like turkey either.
What?
Yeah. So he likes coming to our house because we usually have an alternative.
He really doesn't like turkey?
No.
Then I'm going to make sure he gets a plate full of turkey. Because he doesn't know that I know this now.
But we did, listen, we did talk about your turkey. And I said something about, like, I can manage, like, a little piece of the skin just because you baste it really, really well, and then you wrap it in bacon. And he's like, oh, that does sound really good. So...
Well, it's not mine.
It's Gordon Ramsay's recipe.
Was it 2 years ago? I saw Gordon Ramsay prepared this turkey. It was a Thanksgiving turkey video he did. Man, did it look good.
Does it? Are you supposed to do it like you do it right before you put it in, or what if you did it the night before and let it just sit like that?
I don't know. We could look.
Because I mean, the turkey's got to be in the fridge anyway. So.
Oh well, this is the time of year I start digging up those videos.
It's really so. My phone decided to die a little while ago, and you worked very hard for a very long time to get my pictures off the phone. But like that's my go-to on some of the things. Like I had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Some recipes in there, and it was like now I was sitting here like, oh crap.
Well, I'm trying to think how I could do this.
It's okay.
I'm not sure. I think I can upload them back to the cloud for you.
Oh, really?
I think we could test it.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Just, you know.
Well, that came into play this past weekend when we were doing the family outing to get our Christmas trees. You were looking to pull something. Although the shared photos from last year, you should still have.
Yeah. But they're not the house. They're just the trees. Like, after I decorate something, take a picture for reference.
Gotcha.
And I could say, oh, let's do that. And I don't want to do that again.
Well, we can try putting things back into the cloud for you and just see what happens.
Okay.
See if they pop up on your phone. But the problem is there's like 41,000 pictures. So that's going to take a little while.
Sorry.
Yeah. Real quick, hockey action from last night. Penguins skated past the Predators 4-0. Canucks beat the Lightning 6-2. It was an overtime win for the Minnesota Wild over the Vegas Golden Knights 3-2. A 2-1 win for the Red Wings over the Rangers. And the Avalanche with the 4-1 win over the New York Islanders. Hockey action today, you've got the Panthers and Canucks at 7. Capitals hosting the Kings. Buffalo Sabres hosting the Oilers. I saw, was it yesterday or today? It's the anniversary of when the Jumbotron in Buffalo fell before a home game. This was in the early 90s, I think, in Buffalo. So, yeah. Let's see. Bruins hosting the Hurricanes. Blue Jackets and Canadians at 7:30. And the Ducks and the Utah Mammoth tonight at 10. Pittsburgh, we talked to Bruce, still sitting third place in the Metropolitan Division behind New Jersey and Carolina. And then you got Pittsburgh and then the Islanders, Rangers, Philadelphia, Columbus, and Washington. So Pittsburgh hovering around that 2 spot and 3 spot. So, but they picked up a nice win yesterday, and they will play again. When will they play again? Looks like they have a couple days off. Maybe on... When do they play? It's not showing. So we will have to keep an eye on that. I'll double check that, or this thing's not updating right. All right. Winter weather advisory remains in effect till 1 o'clock this afternoon here in northwestern Pennsylvania. That's for southern Erie and Crawford counties. So just be aware of that. We've got some little bit of snow overnight and some spots a little heavier than others, but expect scattered snow showers here this morning, then partly to mostly cloudy skies this afternoon. So that's what we're looking at. And Tuesday, cloudy, upper 30s. Next hour, Chris Fiely from Drake Printing will join us. Joe Thompson from the Titusville Mill will be with us. Tomorrow on the program, we've got Mr. Joe Tech. A lot going on in the world of technology. We'll be chatting with Joe about some of the things that have been popping up with all the tech news that's out there and kind of get things straightened out. Tech, I think, is going to be another one of those big holiday gifts this year. So whether they're AirPods or phones or computers or whatever, certainly there's a lot of exciting things to be looking at. So great local programming will continue on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Our third hour continues next on our website, Facebook page, YouTube channel. This is The Morning Drill.
Amy's got the jokes, Luke's got the grin. News and chatter, they just pull you in. The clock's ticking fast, but I don't care. Their voices dancing through the morning air. Spin the headlines, crack
Japan's economy shrank for the first time in 6 quarters over the 3 months through September. Figures out Monday showed GDP falling 1.8% as U.S. tariffs hit exports. Economists say the slowdown is milder than expected and likely temporary. They say the contraction also doesn't point to a recession, but may complicate any plans by the central bank to raise interest rates. The main hit came from exports, pressured by rising U.S. tariffs. Automakers saw shipments plunge after front-loading exports ahead of tariff hikes, though most absorbed the duties by cutting prices. Washington and Tokyo struck a September deal to apply a 15% tariff on nearly all imports from Japan, easing earlier rates of 27.5% on cars and 25% on other products. Capital spending, another key driver of private demand-led growth, rose 1% in the third quarter, far exceeding market estimates. However, private consumption, which makes up more than half of economic output, barely grew as high food costs dampened consumer spending. The Japanese government is compiling a stimulus package worth almost $110 billion to help households manage rising living costs.
Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply.
Anyone with a kind and generous heart and a little money can be a philanthropist. You too can be a force for good in our community, and the Crawford Heritage Community Foundation is here to help you make the most of your charitable giving. We've partnered with hundreds of people like you to make our world and our community a better place. You can give through us to support scholarships or any charitable organization or purpose. Whether you're interested in establishing a permanent endowment or adding to an existing fund, we want to be a part of your plan. Contact us when you're ready to make your mark. Together, we can make your contribution go further.
The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home has been serving the needs of Titusville and surrounding communities since 1965. Mr. Garrett believed in tradition and commitment to excellence, standards that have been passed down from one generation to now a new generation, who will work to provide you with a beautiful, lasting tribute to your loved one. When you need them, they will be there for you. This has been their foundation for almost 60 years. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, 303 North Washington Street in Titusville. Share the fun of train travel and relive our country's oil history as you ride the OC&T through the valley that changed the world. Learn about the past while traveling on vintage cars. See a variety of wildlife with stops at Drakewell Park, Petroleum Center, and Oil Creek State Park. Arrive early and see the vast collection of train and railroad memorabilia at Perry Street Station. After the ride, enjoy a night's stay at the Caboose Motel. For seasonal specials or for more information, visit octrr.org or call 814-676-1733. For over 30 years, J. Gill Plumbing and Heating has taken pride in being the premier heating and air conditioning service provider in the area. Our highly skilled and certified technicians will work closely with you to address your heating and air conditioning repair, installation, or maintenance needs. And with the J. Gill Service membership, you can take advantage of additional benefits like filter replacements and priority service scheduling. Plus, members get 10% off future projects. Call today to get a free estimate or ask about financing options. Call J. Gill Plumbing and Heating today or visit them online at jgillplumbingheating.com. Marsh Home Center Furniture, Appliances, and Bedding is located at 305 East Spring Street in Titusville. Marsh Home Center welcomes you in to explore their growing inventory of name brand furniture, appliances, and bedding. Need something not currently in stock? No problem. Order from Marsh's online catalog and have it delivered right to your door. Visit Marsh's to see their entire showroom. Ask questions, see what items are on sale, or just stop in and say hi. Marsh Home Center Furniture, Appliances, and Bedding, behind Giant Eagle in Titusville.
211 is a simple telephone number to remember when you don't know where to go for help. Dial 211 when needing to find health and human services for everyday needs and in crisis situations. It's free and confidential, and you'll have access to thousands of programs and services for emergency and non-emergency situations. Visit pa211nw.org to learn more, and remember, help is available by calling 211.
Are you tired of juggling multiple pill bottles? Titusville Express Pharmacy has your solution, now offering compliance packaging. Your medication sorted and sealed by dose, making it easier than ever to stay on track. In a hurry? Take advantage of our convenient drive-through service. We also offer free local delivery for those that qualify. Titusville Express Pharmacy, where convenience meets care. Visit us today at 401 West Spring Street in Titusville. Simplify your medication routine with Titusville Express Pharmacy.
U.S. stocks ended mixed on Friday, with the Dow dropping about 0.2%, the S&P 500 closing essentially flat, and the Nasdaq ticking up marginally. An early sell-off dragged all three major indexes down more than 1% before they pared some losses. Investors in recent days have worried the Federal Reserve may hold off on a December rate cut and that AI-related stocks have become too pricey. And while some say fears of a tech bubble are overblown, Grace Glockner, investment team member and director of national accounts at Scharf Investments, takes a more guarded view.
It's difficult to say if it's a tech bubble. For the investors, I think a lot of people are pointing to the fact that these companies are very profitable and they have strong balance sheets, right? So they use that as an argument of why it's different than the tech bubble that we saw in the late 90s that ultimately burst in early 2000. But for an equity investor, the majority of the value of those shares still relies on expected earnings growth in the future.
Among the tech stocks that held steady on Friday, NVIDIA, which gained more than 1.5% as investors prepare for the AI chip maker's quarterly results on Wednesday, arguably the most critical of third-quarter earnings season. Among other movers, Warner Brothers Discovery gained 4% after the entertainment company said it had amended CEO David Zaslav's employment agreement amid a strategic review of its business. And shares of Cidara Therapeutics more than doubled after Merck said it will acquire the company in an almost $9.2 billion deal.
Well, a winter weather advisory set to expire this afternoon at 1. Generally cloudy. A few flurries or snow showers possible today in upper 30s for a high. Partly cloudy tonight with a low in the upper 20s. Tuesday, cloudy, upper 30s. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, mid 40s. Thursday, cloudy, upper 40s. Friday, showers with temperatures in the upper 40s. That is a look at your weather forecast at 8:09. This is the Morning Drill. You're watching it on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Joining us this morning is Mr. Chris Fiely, owner of Drake Printing. There's some snow in the forecast there. Hi, Chris. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for having me in. Not a big fan of your forecast, I gotta say.
Yeah, I'll change it for you.
And I'm really looking forward to Wednesday and Thursday, but not only because of the weather, not what's going on Tuesday. So
hey, congratulations!
Yeah,
a lot of things going on.
1 year, October 1st. I came in literally that day, that morning, and had a box full of stuff that we'd done in the past, and I thought about doing it again today, and I'm like, nah, I'll just share a bunch of pictures, and hopefully as you share them on the screen, I'll talk about them. But the big event is Tuesday night, which is tomorrow night, and it's a after hours. It's a chamber after hours mixer. You do not need to be a member of the chamber, but it's in conjunction with the Titusville Rotary Club. And so the chamber said, hey, why don't you showcase both your business and the organization that you're involved in? So I picked Rotary. Oh. So we're looking to, it's 104 years old this year, so we're looking to spread the word, the good words of Rotary, and then also with Drake Printing. The interesting part that I did not know until last week when I started cleaning some things was that it's actually 160 years old this year.
Really?
As the Titusville Herald was the oldest business in town before it went out of business. It was originally set up by the publisher of the Titusville Herald that Drake Printing Company was part of the Titusville Herald. And it started in 1865. And so they said the statement was, and I'm guessing the statement was written from Jim Spence's time as the owner of the Herald. So really in 1985, when Jim and Jane Hayes started Drake Printing as we know it today, but its origins was from 1865. I was like, this is amazing.
And how'd you find this out?
It was in a letter, and I was going to bring it with me, and then I decided to leave it. Yeah, so I'm going to
frame that.
I'm going to frame it. Yeah, hang it up. So, even though it wasn't by, like we said, the company that it is today, it was a printing company back then. So
wow.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of. Does that add more on your shoulders?
I'm like, oh my gosh! Like, I guess I was supposed to finally clean up a file or something. Hint, hint, hint. Yeah. You never know what you might find when you clean house, right?
Wow.
So yeah, I was just shocked. So anyhow, yeah, we'll get that framed up, and I'll use it as part of my advertising for sure moving forward. So
well, congratulations.
Thank you. So last year, I bought it from Jane's estate. Unfortunately, she passed away back in February 24, and the estate held on to it and didn't really know what to do. And I made them an offer, and they accepted. So moving forward, we have been nonstop. Literally, I think we've only had 3 terrible days in that whole year. I would consider terrible days.
Wow.
But even that's with revenue purposes. It's just been one thing after another, a couple people in at the same time. Some days I could use a staff of 5, and some days I could use a staff of 1. But Joyce Tobin has been there for about 15 years, and she continues to be the epicenter, as I call it, of the organization. And we do everything from business cards and then envelopes, like you shared earlier. Those obviously they're colorful. That's the Canadota Lake Area Business Association. They're full colored. I believe window envelopes, security. We have it all. We have plain. We have security. We have windows security, gummed back, peel and seal back. It just depends what the customer wants, because like on those are gummed back, and they put them through a machine that actually licks them and seals them up, compared to a lot of folks that are just doing 1 or 2 by hand on a daily basis or whatever. They'll just peel and seal and go with it. So, and we like that. We like whatever the client likes. Learned a lot. So one thing that we've been doing for years also are chips. These are actually beverage chips that from the American Legion that we have front and back. And also we do membership chips. So like for drawings, like a daily drawing or a weekly or monthly drawing, they are actually a hard plastic coin, so to speak, and then it has engraved basically or stamped into it the different the logo or the number or whatever. So
was that something you were aware of, or did you learn that once you had purchased the business?
They've had that part of the business for at least 20 years, maybe 25 years.
Okay.
Sometimes people would use little paper coins or something, and they'd get, from going around in the tumbler, they'd get beaten up and stuff. So like the Elks, they have these actual hard coins that are numbered 001 to, almost 4,000 probably by now. So then, the bar chips or anything, poker chips. If somebody decides to start having a casino night or whatever, we can actually get your logo on a poker chip. Wow. And then on the backside would be the $1 or the $5 or whatever, $20, $50, $100, $150. Do I hear 200? So yeah, that's exciting. And then yard signs, kind of like what's behind me. This is very popular this time of year. We call them dome books, and it's either a weekly or monthly tally for businesses. So if you don't want to do QuickBooks, or maybe you're not computer savvy, you can use these books. Small churches love these books, or small businesses like a 1 or 2 person employee, because it will literally have wages. It will have what you spend in gas, what you spent for, national fuel, or, natural gas, I should say, or electric, or phone bill, internet, all those things. So everything's broken down, and the taxes out of the taxes withheld out of the employee's, wage, salary, in order to pay the taxes at the end of the, quarter or whatever year.
So will they like hand this to their accountant for tax time?
Then everything's right in there, and you just hand it right over. So it really keeps a good track of, kind of the day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month. But there's 2 different ones as seen there. One's weekly, one's monthly. Obviously, everybody's looking for desk calendars now. We just got a shipment. I think it was last week. We got a shipment there. We can order a bundle for you if you need, a bundle for your offices or for your families or whatever. I know a lot of families stop in, a lot of personal folks stop in and grab those big calendars for their desk or their wall or whatever. The little pad to the left is the little payroll statements. So basically you just fill out the blanks, and then you can hand it to your employee, so they know exactly, instead of doing it on computer, they know exactly what they're getting taken out of. So, yep. This year we've totally skipped over this, and we are so sorry, but we did placemats for Veterans Day for the 4 civic organizations, fraternal organizations in town. We did placemats for their Veterans Day dinners, and so I came up with that design last year, and everybody got them. I think I did like 400-ish. Oh wow! Yeah, maybe just about 4, maybe 450. And this year, I do apologize to all veterans and those 4 organizations. Thank you for your service. Thank you for providing those meals for those folks. But it went right by. It's flown by. So notepads, more, all kinds of different things. Actually, in notepad form, there's several different things that we do, and that's another variety. So whether it's scratch pads or personalized pads, we beefed up, as I talked about over a year ago now. We beefed up the office supplies. We can order something that I didn't talk about because I didn't know, but I can get office furniture too. Oh, wow. And some of it's used at a very good price, like a desk chair for less than $50.
Really?
Yeah. But then if you need file cabinets or, big thing behind you or whatever, shelving and that sort of thing, we can help you out with that too. So sit down, we sit down online and go through that process with you. I do not have a website, but we do have Facebook page and Instagram for all those that want to follow us on those 2 things. It's Drake Printing, just 2 words. And so the vendor website that I use, if anybody's interested in office furniture and supplies. I know, like, for instance, I was looking for a hard drive for the office, and I had asked you, I came up with I think 5 different scenarios, options, and I didn't tell you the price or anything. I wanted you to give me the information on what I needed, and that's the one I went with, you know. So, and most of our prices, if not all of them, are beat in the office supply world, beats the big box stores, even our neighbors. So we're going to have stocking stuffers again, plus the office supplies be open on Small Business Saturday, and from I think it's 10 to 2 this year. So yeah, so excited. But once again, the open house is Tuesday night at from 5 to 7 at Drake Printing, 204 West Central Avenue. You should reserve your spot by calling the chamber, 814-827-2941. But we're going to have a big anniversary cake from Warner's Bakery, the biggest in town for the year.
Nice.
Yeah, so hope everybody can come. And we do have some gluten-free products in case you can't have the cake. So remember those folks too.
Yeah. Let's do this real quick. You're watching The Morning Drill on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Chris Fiely with us here this morning from Drake Printing, celebrating his 1 year of ownership with a big celebration tomorrow night. It's also the holiday season, and those looking to maybe get Christmas cards, you do those as well.
So recently we've done a lot of calendars for folks.
Okay.
Wall calendars. You're gonna. I'm sorry, I jumped the gun here. So those are Christmas cards. We can personalize for you. We can put your picture on it. And excuse me, what they are basically, I'll tell you, they're 50 cents a piece.
Oh,
whether
wow.
you get 2 or 200, and it comes with the envelope, so everything's set. I don't think you can get Christmas cards for any cheaper than that, plus personalized.
Yeah.
So and you're supporting local businesses too. So let's go back to the calendars. So like I was talking about with the calendars, wall calendars, the one in the bottom of the blue are pocket day timers is what I call them. That shows there's different styles. Some are coming with a monthly calendar inside when you open it up, and some are weekly, and that's a weekly one because you got a lot going on in a week, so you need to make some extra notes or whatever. They all have lines on them, so you can make some notes. And then Randy Westcott Excavating and Burial Service, those folks, they wanted some dashboard calendars. So those are monthly calendars that actually have stick them on the back basically, and you can put them on your dash, you can put them on your fridge or anywhere. That style also comes magnetic too, so you want to put it on a file cabinet or a fridge or wherever you have metal that you can stick it on there. So that we can still order you some and you'll receive them by the end of the year for sure. So if anybody's interested, we can do that with your logo on it, just what Randy and them did out there, or provided. And we thought those were quality products, and he wants to get another order this year. So
nice.
Yeah, so we've been busy with that, and that's just one style of the wall calendar. There's stapled kind and there's spiral bound kind. We also, but there's all kinds of sceneries, religious, patriotic, girly still. I heard that it's Rachel McAdams' birthday earlier.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
So she was probably on a cover here or there somewhere. But anyways, we have a lot to offer. We're a lot of folks find us as a one-stop shop for businesses, churches, families, and organizations.
Well, another thing this time of year, corporations, mom and pop businesses looking to get their employees Christmas gifts for the holidays, and I mean anything from
Christmas gifts. Sorry, that's on the side, but the VFW they wanted something special for their employees, and so last year, so that's what we got them. We can do all different styles of mugs and cups and all kinds of different things. And one thing about it, if we don't do it in-house, we try to support the locals as much as we can, because there's nothing like supporting small businesses, small locally owned businesses. So, speaking of a small business, Changing Times, Rod Adams and the crew down there, they wanted notepads, but he wanted a specific notepad. Most notepads are just glued at the top. He wanted these to be kind of like there's an official name for them, but I'll say a sticky note. But he wanted it on the side. He wanted glued on the side.
Okay.
So, and so we were able to work that out, and, full color, logos, the whole bit, and verbiage and color and that sort of thing. So, got those. And he said to me, he's like, Chris, it's amazing. Every time I walk into a client's place, I'll see my logo all over the place because they have sticky notes hanging all over the place. So, which is more marketing for him, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
At the bottom line. So, we try to help success. So, the next two things are our bags. This is something really cool. This is actually, you can fit full-size letter papers in there, so it's bigger than 8.5 by 11, but it's waterproof. And so literally, the zipper on the top, you drop it in something like this today, all your papers on the inside of that zipper are protected. Your business card on the outside might get a little damaged, but so that's very helpful. And you can get them blank, or you can, with your business card, so you can put your business cards in, or you can get your logo. There are minimums on some of this stuff that I'm showing you, but you can get your logo on there. So, if you're a company or a church that want to treat people, that's a good way to do it. Go ahead, back to those. Those are actually printer cartridges for adding machines, and we are the only people in Northwest Pennsylvania to have them.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Supply and demand. So,
did you do some research on that?
Yeah. Yeah, because we had to find a source, and of course they're not quite made in America, so it takes some time to get them in. So folks like Sam's Restaurant, they come in. Tom comes in a lot to grab them. So something that when I said about families back in my little one-stop shop for businesses, churches, families, and organizations, Bill Stump brought in a history book that I believe his great aunt wrote. And so he literally brought in, we ended up emailing it to make sure that we got the right consistency. But I came up with the design for the book cover. And so that actually has plastic comb binding compared to spiral bound binding. But plastic combs on the side, has a clear protective cover on the top, and then it has that colored yellow paper, and then it has, I think there was about 50 pages to it or something like that, and it literally traces back to his family grew up sleeping under a stump flake or something. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so some it's all black and white inside, but black and white pictures. We can do color if you have them, but black and white pictures, and then the old typewriter typing and that. So
real quick, tomorrow, what time? And
204 West Central Avenue, Chamber After Hours Mixer from 5 to 7 in conjunction with the Titusville Rotary Club. Anybody's welcome. You don't need to be a chamber member or a Rotarian to participate. Come and enjoy fellowship, fun, food. Oh, we have spin a wheel too.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
Fun at Drake Printing.
There you
Good
go.
to see you, Chris. Thanks.
Thank you, Luke.
Japan's economy shrank for the first time in 6 quarters over the 3 months through September. Figures out Monday showed GDP falling 1.8% as U.S. tariffs hit exports. Economists say the slowdown is milder than expected and likely temporary. They say the contraction also doesn't point to a recession, but may complicate any plans by the central bank to raise interest rates. The main hit came from exports, pressured by rising U.S. tariffs. Automakers saw shipments plunge after front-loading exports ahead of tariff hikes, though most absorbed the duties by cutting prices. Washington and Tokyo struck a September deal to apply a 15% tariff on nearly all imports from Japan, easing earlier rates of 27.5% on cars and 25% on other products. Capital spending, another key driver of private demand-led growth, rose 1% in the third quarter, far exceeding market estimates. However, private consumption, which makes up more than half of economic output, barely grew as high food costs dampened consumer spending. The Japanese government is compiling a stimulus package worth almost $110 billion to help households manage rising living costs.
New Directions Community Credit Union is now open in Titusville. They may be new to our community, but they've been serving our region since 1974, providing their members with affordable products and services. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, volunteers, attends school, regularly conducts business, or who owns a business in Venango, Forest, Warren, or Crawford counties. Visit their new location at 206 South Martin Street in Titusville to learn more about becoming a member. Best of luck to all the students and athletes this fall from New Directions Community Credit Union.
Looking for expert orthopedic care? Dr. Charlie Gates, a trusted name at Titusville Area Hospital, can help you regain mobility and a better quality of life. With years of experience and a passion for personalized care, Dr. Gates specializes in treating a wide range of orthopedic conditions. Whether it's joint pain, sports injuries, or orthopedic surgery, trust Dr. Charlie Gates at Titusville Area Hospital for your orthopedic care. Call 814-827-9770 today to schedule your appointment.
Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning provides residential and light commercial air conditioning services throughout the area. They understand the importance of your cooling system working properly. That is why you can trust in Vanderhoof to do the job right. Whether it's a non-working air conditioner, yearly maintenance, or a new install, you can be assured that we will solve your problem quickly and efficiently. Your home's air conditioning system is far more than just temperature. It's a complete comfort system that combines temperature, humidity, air quality, and above all, safety. Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning in Titusville. Titusville Market Square is home to over 100 unique vendors featuring antiques, collectibles, candles, coins, baked goods, dairy products, food items, comic books, toys, and so much more. You'll discover something new every time you walk through the door. Did we mention the selection of baked goods, breads, Clark's Donuts, and Amish pies? Titusville Market Square has you covered. Stop in to explore today. Titusville Market Square in downtown Titusville.
Our new home.
Somebody pinch me.
Somebody say pinch?
Pinch.
We mean we just bought this.
Yeah, we just bought a new house. Why are there crabs?
Oh, don't call for pinches. Call for protection.
Hit it.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Your State Farm agent is ready to help you choose the right coverage for your new house and your car.
All right, which way to the sea?
We're in Ohio.
So is that close or?
No.
You got a pool?
No.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
I'm Ronnie Long.
And I'm Lisa Mellon.
The name Armstrong reflects more than just a company. It's a promise.
While others focus on the short term, we're building for a future that's limitless.
From the dawn of cable television to the rise of the digital age, we've delivered cutting-edge technology like our advanced fiber network that redefines what's possible.
Guided by our core values, we have proudly served and strengthened communities like yours for generations.
Fat Chad's is Titusville's premier dining destination. Come hungry and enjoy these menu favorites: T-bone steak, homemade meatloaf dinner, or soft shell crab tacos. Dive into fresh pasta entrees like shrimp and scallop pasta or our signature Asiago chicken. And don't miss our famous burgers and fish sandwiches, all served with fresh cut fries. Fridays mean prime rib specials. Enjoy wild game Saturdays. And on Sundays, it's our all-you-can-eat wing buffet. For good food and good times, it's Fat Chad's Brewing in Titusville.
Black Friday starts now here at Allegheny Toyota. I'm Bruce Sigworth, and as you can see, we have a great selection of RAV4s in stock right now. For the whole month of November, Toyota is offering 4.75 interest rate, all terms up to 72 months, all trim levels, all models. Stop by and see us, take a test drive, and take advantage of the Black Friday event here at Allegheny Toyota in Franklin.
U.S. stocks ended mixed on Friday, with the Dow dropping about 0.2%, the S&P 500 closing essentially flat, and the Nasdaq ticking up marginally. An early sell-off dragged all three major indexes down more than 1% before they pared some losses. Investors in recent days have worried the Federal Reserve may hold off on a December rate cut and that AI-related stocks have become too pricey. And while some say fears of a tech bubble are overblown, Grace Glockner, investment team member and director of national accounts at Scharf Investments, takes a more guarded view.
It's difficult to say if it's a tech bubble. For the investors, I think a lot of people are pointing to the fact that these companies are very profitable and they have strong balance sheets, right? So they use that as an argument of why it's different than the tech bubble that we saw in the late 90s that ultimately burst in early 2000. But for an equity investor, the majority of the value of those shares still relies on expected earnings growth in the future.
Among the tech stocks that held steady on Friday, NVIDIA, which gained more than 1.5% as investors prepare for the AI chipmaker's quarterly results on Wednesday, arguably the most critical of third-quarter earnings season. Among other movers, Warner Brothers Discovery gained 4% after the entertainment company said it had amended CEO David Zaslav's employment agreement amid a strategic review of its business. And shares of Cidara Therapeutics more than doubled after Merck said it will acquire the company in an almost $9.2 billion deal.
Well, a winter weather advisory set to expire this afternoon around 1. Generally cloudy today. A few flurries or snow showers possible. Temperatures in the mid-30s. Considerable cloudiness this evening. Some decreasing clouds late. And a low in the mid-20s. Tuesday, cloudy, upper 30s. Wednesday, mostly cloudy, mid-40s. Thursday, cloudy, upper 40s. Friday, rain showers with temperatures in the upper 40s. That is a look at your weather forecast at 8:39. This is the Morning Drill. You're watching it on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. A big event happening at the Titusville Mill coming up for Thanksgiving next week. Holy smokes. We got Joe and Sarah here with us this morning. Morning, good to see you. Thanks for being with us here this morning. Joe, you want to set this up? And then maybe Sarah can give us the backstory. Yeah.
Yes, we have our free community Thanksgiving at the Titusville Mill. This is the 9th annual.
Wow.
Community Thanksgiving. So it's free to any and all. We deliver meals from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Within a 15-mile radius of Titusville. And then from 2 to 5, the Titusville Mill, the dining room will be open at the Titusville Mill for any and all who wish to join us for any reason whatsoever. Whether you don't feel like cooking, whether you have family in town and you just can't possibly stomach the idea of making all that food. For whatever reason you may have, our doors are open for you to join us in community and Thanksgiving and fellowship and just neighbor to neighbor.
That's awesome. 9th annual. So let's go back 9 years, Sarah, 10 years. When did the idea?
9 years. 2017 was our first year when we did this little event out of the corner coffee shop down on the Point. It was a year where we had a brand new baby in the house. We didn't have Thanksgiving plans, and we just decided to open up the coffee shop for whoever wanted to show up. From there, it turned into quite a production, and we're really proud of how it started and where it's gone.
So go back that first year. You were surprised at the number of people who showed up?
We were. We threw some turkeys and roasters on the little coffee shop counter. I want to say that first year we had at least 50 to 100 people.
Wow.
We did a little bonfire up in the point in the parking lot, and people just stopped by and hung out and enjoyed each other. It was a really great time.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. It's great when something like organic happens like that, right? And you have no idea, you're not expecting that kind of success, and all of a sudden, boom.
Yes.
Joe, for you, what was the attraction of bringing this to the mill?
So the short version, the made-for-TV version of the story is when Sarah sold the Well Coffee House to myself, and then the Well basically transformed into the mill. It's been a long process and a lot of nuance, but that's essentially what happened. And so through. It was grandfathered in, it had to come along.
Yeah.
And Sarah and I have been close friends for many, many years, and she was integral in the beginnings of the mill, and so it was just a logical thing to keep it going. She said, "Do you want to do it now that you're in the mill? Do you want to do it there?" I was like, "Let's take it another step. Let's open up the dining room and have everyone come in, or anyone who wants to come in."
Wow. So last year, how many people did you serve? Do you remember?
550.
No way.
550. I want to say, when I was looking back at my notes, we had about 350 deliveries, and then about 200 in-house.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Obviously, a strong reaction from the community. I just hear from folks who say, It's wonderful being able to sit down with somebody, maybe somebody you don't know, and just have a conversation. Is that sort of what you're hoping that this does for maybe somebody or a family, or what?
No doubt about it. To see. I didn't mean to jump
right
on
ahead.
To see all different walks of life come together on a day where we are meant to give thanks. I found my whole growing up. It seems like holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas can be a little alienating because so many people spend that time, sequestered with family, and that's a beautiful thing. But there are people obviously who whose family have moved on, passed on, and it can be a little lonely. And to have the opportunity for everyone to come together, people bringing their families down and just everyone together. It's nice. It's a nice reminder to see who your neighbors are, and who we're looking out for here in the village. Yeah.
Well, that village concept, I know a number of churches around here have been promoting this, and very excited to get behind it. Sarah, talk a little bit about that, the community aspect and people coming together.
Yeah. Like Joe said, it's really a good show of our love for our neighbors. From the beginning, we had community and church supports. Lots of different churches have volunteered their time, their donations, and their volunteerism. So we're really excited about that. And to go off of what Joe said about sharing that day with people, the dine-in portion is a great opportunity to come together and to be with people on Thanksgiving. But some of the stories that come out of the deliveries are just as touching and sometimes heartbreaking, where we've had delivery drivers go out to different places in our community, and they come back and they say, we delivered this one meal to this one elderly gentleman, and he told us how we were the only people he'd see that day, maybe that whole week. So those little moments of connection are really amazing.
Well, and for those who don't know, we had this story earlier this year where there are people who are alone who will call Penelec or National Fuel consistently just to have interaction with somebody. Again, here's an opportunity. Maybe they can't get out, but to add the delivery side to it, that's incredible, because you're already busy doing everything there and hosting everybody. But then to say, hey, it's also important to make sure we can get out to people. That's
I would argue that's more important than anything else that we're doing. I mean, it's great to have people in, but the outreach is very important.
Okay, this sounds like it takes maybe some funds to put this together.
It certainly does. I mean, you're talking about a dinner of turkey, ham, mashed potatoes, sweet potato casserole, green bean casserole, stuffing, dessert, putting it all together in to-go boxes and bags and getting it out. I mean,
so you're not getting like a slice of turkey and that's it. You're getting the full meal.
It's a pretty and it's prepared by the Titusville Mill culinary staff.
Yeah.
So they know what they're doing.
Okay, so if somebody wants to donate, are you taking donations, or what's
We are
what's that
taking
process?
monetary donations. Checks. You can drop off cash at the mill if you'd like. We have a Venmo available. It's on our Facebook page. I believe it's the Titusville Mill Thanksgiving Donations is the Venmo handle.
Okay.
And if people want to give electronically. And checks can be made out to the Titusville Mill, and put it in your memo, Thanksgiving donations, and it all goes towards a very good cause. It's all the funds are sequestered into their own account for the use of for Thanksgiving. So. It's about a $13. The cost for us is about $13 per person.
Wow.
So if we're going to be feeding 550 people again, let's do the math together.
That's a few dollars.
Yeah, it's a few bucks.
Yeah, just a couple. So what a great opportunity to help out and be part of something pretty special for Thanksgiving. Because a lot of people are like, well, what can I do? Well, here's something you can do. You can give. You can attend. Can somebody help out? What about delivery? Volunteer?
Absolutely. So from 11 to 1, we would need both servers behind our buffet line to dish out the meals that are going to go out in deliveries. So we need about 10 people at a time to make that happen efficiently.
Wow.
So we're going to run those to-go containers right down that line. So 10 people behind that line at any given time. And then volunteers can come in to deliver and drive between 11 and 1. So the way that works is really flexible and custom made to the volunteers. You can just show up anytime between 11 and 1. We have the delivery list out. You can pick 1 delivery, you can pick 2, you can pick 5, you can pick 10, whatever your schedule allows for.
Some people do multiple laps. It's wonderful.
So pick up those deliveries, take them out the door, and go out and bless someone.
Okay, so if you're home watching and you're like, boy, I can't make it out, how do you get on the list? How does somebody get on that list? Do they call the Titusville Mill?
They can call the Titusville Mill. They can message the Facebook page, the Titusville Mill Facebook page, and we'll get them directed. We'll get them directed to Sarah to get them on the list for delivery.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Sarah, I assume you get a lot of people last minute that will message you?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm checking messages up until the
You go to
last
bed.
minutes. Yep. Well, even through the event, because, at least in my mind, I've considered in the past making a cutoff. We're
Yeah.
going to take, we're going to end requests for meals or requests for deliveries because it would make the operation so much easier. But what we've seen over the years is Thanksgiving morning comes and the baby's sick, or we can't travel to grandma's house, or somebody's in the hospital and somebody's all of a sudden left alone without Thanksgiving plans. And that's, I think, where the real magic happens, is that they can call or message and we can make that happen for them.
How special is it when you have somebody that steps up and says, hey, Sarah, put them on the list. I'll take care of it. We'll get it to them. That's got to be pretty amazing.
It really is. It's a really nice reflection to have people face to face. I feel like when we're behind our desks, when we're at our keyboards, we lose that empathetic touch. And when we're face to face and we see the people who we're supposed to be taking care of and caring about, it makes all the difference in the world.
That's
it really
awesome.
does.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. Let's do this real quick. You're watching the Morning Drill on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Here with our friends from the Titusville Mill. They have a big event coming up on Thanksgiving. Actually, Joe, you got a lot of things going on, a lot of festive things happening this time of year, which we can
certainly do.
get into that. But real quick, Sarah, is there a moment where you have a second to step back and just kind of take it all in and go, this is pretty amazing. Yeah. Or is it after it's all done?
Friday morning.
Friday,
no.
okay.
No, but really throughout the day, most of my work is coordinating the volunteers and the deliveries. So that time from 11 to 1 is just rush. And then we kind of take a moment and reset and prepare for that in-house gathering.
Yeah.
And when that happens, that the work transitions over to the in-house staff. And it's always given me a moment to look and see those volunteers and to see the people streaming through the doors, and to really think.
Do you ever flash
this is
back
something
to that first year?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I have nightmares of cooking 20 and 30 turkeys on my own. I'm really thankful that it's grown up into this this version that it is now.
And now I do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But with much more capacity and talent than I have.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
How about you, Joe? Is there ever is it the same sort of time once everything's done, or do you step back as somebody's coming through the line and just look at things and go, this is pretty amazing?
It's when we open the door. I mean, obviously, when you see these people queuing up to get these deliveries out, you're like, wow, man, that's a lot of deliveries. And usually, for me, it's just a lot of hand wringing and worry. It's like, did I get enough food? Did I do enough food?
Yeah.
Hey, slow down on the cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
Please. That's too much stuffing. No, I'm just kidding. That last year it was a little bit, but and so. When we get those deliveries out and we know that those people have been fed and that, we're opening the dining room and I see those people sitting down and breaking bread together, that's really where I'm like, okay, all right, we did a good thing today for our community. And to see people, like I said earlier, it's like all walks of life sitting together, or we're queuing up in the line together, talking, joking. It's very lighthearted. It's very, very spirited. It's not heavy at all. It's a lot. It's very festive, and we get to go around and talk to people that we know, talk to people we don't know, and just hear their story, what they have to say, and that's really where we see it.
Yeah. Do you have people that ask to can they make a donation when they're there?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
And does that help this year, or goes into next year, or a little bit of both, or?
It usually helps. It usually helps this year.
Yeah, okay.
we haven't had any left over. So
I was going to say part of the last minute magic of making this happen and not knowing the exact numbers.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it gives me at least that little bit of we have to rely on the faith of our community and kind of a spiritual faith that this is going to happen, and we don't know the numbers for sure. We don't know exactly how it's all going to come together, but for 9 years it has, and we just trust that it will again.
Yeah. Well, so that's got to be pretty special in itself. I mean, you guys are going out. A lot of people will talk, right?
Right.
But when it comes to the action part of it, you're actually doing that, and that's pretty incredible.
Thank you.
So,
Best.
again, if you're interested in helping to support this, you can contact the Titusville Mill. Go to the Facebook page and learn more. Joe, real quick, what are some things happening through the holidays? Because, again, really a lot of cool festive things going on.
So we have our Santa's Workshop this weekend coming up at the Titusville Mill, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's the 21st through the 23rd.
Okay.
And that's takes place on our veranda and in our big ballroom on the west side of the building there. And so we'll be doing Santa's Workshop 11 to 5 on, or 10 to 5, sorry, on Friday and Saturday, and then till 2 o'clock on Sunday. And so we'll have all sorts of festivities going on. We'll have vendors and lots of good cheer and food. We'll have the Titusville High School Choir will be doing a little music for us.
Wow.
So will the band. Mr. Vincent got a little ensemble together for that. I'll be playing a little holiday music. We'll be doing our mix and mingle, a little mix and mingle cocktail demonstrations at the top of every hour while we're going there. which will be fun. Lots happening, and then what was I going to say? Well, the Thanksgiving next week. Right?
Yeah, a lot of Christmas trees.
Oh yes, thank you for reminding me. The Festival of Trees, and that is a program we do. People pay to decorate their tree, and those funds go to associated charities. They decorate the tree and they put toys underneath it, and those toys also go toward the associated charities Christmas for Kids.
Is it too late for a company to book a Christmas party there?
No.
Okay.
No, we have some Fridays available, and then we if you want to book it during our Saturdays are booked at the mill. The 3 Saturdays before Christmas are booked, but I do have Fridays available, and we can also do any kind of offsite catering that anyone wants to do, or if they want to do it during the week.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, there's been a lot of really cool festive things going on at the Titusville Mill. It's great for families. People of all walks of life can come down and just enjoy it and have a good time and have a good meal as well. So get down to the Titusville Mill and enjoy that. All right, let's recap what's happening next week, and let's cover everything again from donations to what people can expect to find when they come down for the community Thanksgiving.
So Thanksgiving Day, 11 to 1, we'll be doing deliveries. We need volunteers to drive. We need volunteers to serve. And then from 2 p.m. till 5 p.m., we'll be doing in-house dining. And again, we'll need people to serve for that as well. We're accepting donations, through Thanksgiving Day. To get these meals prepped up and to the people who want and need them. Like we said, it's a free community Thanksgiving. This is the ninth annual, started by Sarah back in 2017. And
Wow.
we continue to do it together today.
Yeah.
That's great.
And if you need a meal, if you know a neighbor or friend that doesn't have Thanksgiving plans or is in need, all you need to do is send the name, their address, their phone number, and the number of meals they're requesting for the delivery portion.
And just to be clear, if you need it, it's there. If you want it, it's there. There are no strings attached whatsoever. Show up and enjoy your community with us.
Yeah, and again, don't think you have to go there, right? Because as you said, Sarah, you'll deliver, and everybody has an opportunity to take part, whether you're there or at home. So I'm just calculating how many people are going to be at my house, so I'm going to just order. But no, you can make a donation and help out and support this great event. 9th Annual Community Thanksgiving Dinner at the Titusville Mill, Thursday, November 27th.
Right.
Yes, 10 days away.
We joked last year about some sort of a theme song here. Maybe by next year.
I guess I shirked my task, Luke. I'm sorry.
Jeez, yeah. We want that Arlo Guthrie, Alice's Restaurant style.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. You could be you're too busy that day. You won't be in the corner playing. But,
I doubt it. No.
Yeah. But no, lots of great things happening at the Titusville Mill. And this, of course, just right at the top this time of year, the 9th Annual Community Thanksgiving Dinner. Sarah, what are you thankful for this year?
I'm really thankful for this community, for this little small town of ours, the friends and family that are here. It's just really something really special.
Joe, how about you?
I'm thankful for the deep friendships I have in this town. This one very particularly, and the people who continue to just be there for myself and my family, and that's what I'm thankful for.
All right. Have a great Thanksgiving. Thanks
You
for all
too.
you do.
Thank you.
All right.